Original teaching. Experience brings transformation. What about Bob? Baby steps. That's how Satan works his magic. Without experience, people can have a difficult time learning about persons, places, and things not of this world. The ideas are readable, and we can understand the words, but without experience, it's difficult to go against the social constructs of this physicality. To this, we can reveal one of the many instances where the lack of knowledge allows Satan to work his magic and, so to speak, rub it in your face. This is Satan's creation, and we are trapped inside. Satan wants to instill in each and every one of us, through countless cycles of pain and suffering, that we cannot go back home, so we surrender and bend the knee to Satan. Sat now. As in the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve were first introduced to psychology, the forbidden fruit, and its use in deception to manipulate the consciousness of man, the man learning guile and deception from the experience. The serpent beguiled me, said Eve, Genesis 3:13. We cannot take ourselves back home. We were cast out of heaven by the living God the Father, and only God can bring us back home. Jesus has given us the tools and shown us the way. Satan is the greatest psychiatrist. With his mental powers, he can manipulate anyone who becomes worthy of his attention. What you may not understand is Satan is very childlike. Remember, he was the top angel in heaven at one time. Read Matthew 18:4 and Mark 10:15. Satan is the prince of the air, controller of unbelievers. As the prince of the devils, he influences the thinking of this world and many worlds beyond. He is the leader of the fallen angels, prince of the devils, the tempter who solicits people to sin, holding us here in the cycle of eternal death. Enter the subject of this revelation. A Hollywood movie was created. What about Bob? A 1991 comedy, Touchstone Pictures. This movie is a tribute honoring Satan and his power. Occultists have a code word for Satan, Bob. In this case, Bob stands for Baal, Lord of Earth Prince, Ups, wife of Saturn, or Satan, and Beelzebub, one of Satan's 7 sons, second to Lucifer. The movie is about a psychiatrist named Leo and his patient Bob. The movie starts out showing Bob with multiple phobias. Bob has already destroyed at least 6 or 7 or more psychiatrists before ending up in Leo's office. However, in this story, Leo is not the lion. Bob is the roaring lion who walks about seeking whom he may devour. Bob gains an enjoyment of life from his encounters with them, leading the psychiatrist on various paths of self-destruction. Bob can charm anyone. Bob can use your family, friends, colleagues, even your enemies against you. Burn in hell, Dr. Marvin, Mrs. Gutman yells. Bob literally drives psychiatrists insane, revealing an obsession and a compulsion to drive psychiatrists nuts. Obsession, a recurrent intrusive thought or impulse one tries to suppress or neutralize, but you can't because it is being initiated by an outside force. Compulsion, a thought or action used to suppress an obsession and provide temporary relief. Deception, hiding the truth or making believe something that is not true. OCD, not disorder, deception. Ah, the magic of Hollywood. Baby steps, that's how the devil works his magic on our thoughts and feelings. Step by step, he worms his way into our consciousness using his creation, the soul, and over time takes a degree of control. He can ruin your life, your career, your family and friends, your mental health, and then your physical health. He can slowly infiltrate our life because we are oblivious to spirits, demons, and devils. All religious people believe, others not me. If not you, then it is because you are of no concern to the devil, as you have the consciousness of the blind masses, unaware. Finally, Bob is cured, but it's under a full moon, Satan. Usually under a full moon, lunar, people act crazy, like lunatics, but Bob is cured. In the end, Bob goes to school and becomes a famous psychiatrist. Comedy and laughter slides the words and imagery easily into our souls. Do you realize Bob is a very, very sick person and it's the funniest movie? You're laughing at many people's sad and painful reality. Plus, you are emphasizing with Bob the devil, while the real victims are the 7+ psychiatrists he has already destroyed. What about Bob? What about you? How many lifetimes do you want to experience until you work out your own salvation?